guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going ahead and starting another reading vlog. I'm not sure if it's going to be a few days or it's going to be a week. We're just going to see how it goes and how much reading I get done this week. But I don't feel like I can really go any further without first mentioning a bit about Black Lives Matter and what is going on in the world, particularly in America at the moment. I just wanted to say that I am doing everything I can to be a good ally. Hope everyone else is too. I hope you're signing as many petitions as you can, you're sharing as many Black voices as you can, you are reading, educating yourself and watching everything that's coming out. Don't just turn a blind eye and from your privileged position think that you can just forget about it and it's nothing to do with you. Be a decent human being and do everything you can, and I'm going to continue to do the same. My heart is with the Black community at the moment. Though I am angry and upset by what I see, I know that that is nothing compared to the anger, the pain, the fear that those in the Black community feel every single day. So yeah, I'm going to continue to be as good an ally as I possibly can, continue to educate myself, and I hope everyone else is too. Though I have always thought of myself as anti-racist and will always do everything I can, I was very ashamed to look down my Goodreads read list and see a very clear lack of books by authors of colour. And it should have taken protests and violence and murder for me to realise that. I do want to rectify it now as well as I can. So for the time being, I am only going to be reading books by authors of colour, and all the books that I'm requesting on NetGalley, all the arcs that I'm requesting are going to be by authors of colour as well. And I know that that's a very small thing that I can do, but I do think it's important to promote as many Black voices as we can. So with that in mind, I do have a couple of books already at home that I haven't got around to reading, a couple that I can reread, and like I said, I've been requesting arcs by Black authors as well. So what I'm going to be reading first of all is The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo, and I have had this on my bookshelf for a good year and have just never gotten around to reading it. I've heard so many amazing things about it and so many amazing things about Elizabeth Acevedo. This will be the first book of hers that I read. I think I have always been a little bit put off by the fact that it's written in verse, because I don't know how I will take to that, but I'm really excited to get reading it now, so that's what I'm going to be reading first of all, and then we'll see what I get on to next. But yeah, that's me for now. I'm not sure if I'm going to read right now. I'm either going to curl up and read some of this, or I'm going to watch some TV and do some bullet journaling. Not sure which yet, but that's probably what my day is going to consist of, doing those two things. So yeah, I will catch up with you in a bit. Okay, so I've now started The Poet X. I am loving it. So I had really high expectations for this book after lots of reviews that I'd read, especially by people that I really admire, but I don't think I expected it to hit me quite this hard so quickly. So beautifully written. It's already exploring such important issues. The main one that I've just read, which is actually the reason that I'm talking to you right now, was just about what it's like to be a woman and how it doesn't matter what you wear, what you're doing, where you are. Men are, well, not all men, certain men are always going to feel they have the right to look at you, lead at you, catcall you. And I think one of the really important issues that she talks about is how at first she is almost like ashamed that she quite likes the attention, and I completely get this, because up until the age of 16 I was straight up and down, flat chest, no hips, no bum, nothing. And then when I got to the age of 16, suddenly I grew a bump, and immediately I started getting attention from boys at school, and at first I really liked it. I'd never had that attention before, but it didn't take long for it to get annoying and also to make me feel quite vulnerable, how they just felt they could look me up and down, like whisper to each other while they were looking at me. Like, it's not a nice feeling. I think I quickly learned the difference between being admired for me rather than for my body. I love a night out. I love getting glammed up, I love doing my hair, my makeup, putting on a cute outfit, and yeah, I do like my bum, so I probably will wear something that'll accent it because it makes me feel good for me. I think I look good, but I'm not doing that for anyone else. And I don't think I've ever been to a club without a guy either grabbing my arse or slapping it or touching it in some way, unless I'm with my boyfriend, because you know, you're another man's property if there's another man there, but that's a whole other debate. But yeah, I don't think I've ever been on a night out without that happening at least once throughout the night, and it'll either go one of two ways. I'll get really angry that they feel they have the right to do that, or I'll get quite upset and feel quite vulnerable and quite exposed and just kind of want to cover up. And I think, although I prefer to be angry because I feel like it's like the stronger emotion, we shouldn't put ourselves down for feeling vulnerable or feeling exposed, because it's not nice and it shouldn't happen. Feminist rant over. 54 pages into the book and I am really enjoying it. It is definitely 5-star feels, so if it keeps up this calibre then it is 100% going to be a 5-star read. So yeah. Okay, so I have just finished The Poetics and wow, this book is without a single doubt a 5-star read. It was just incredible from start to finish. There's so much packed into this book, and I know I said that one thing that I was slightly worried about at the start was the fact that it's written in verse, but that wasn't an issue at all. Within the first few pages you just get into the rhythm of it and just read it as normal. I mean, there's not rhyming or anything like that as well, so you do kind of just read it like prose anyway. But yeah, it wasn't an issue at all for such a condensed format. I mean, you've got pages like this where literally there's barely any words. Well, not barely any words, but there's barely any words on the page, and there's so many like that. But it's got so much packed into it. I mean, it says a hell of a lot more than some of the books you get that just waffle on for 700 pages. There's so many important issues discussed in this. You've got gender, you've got race, you've got sexuality, you've got religion, what it means to be a woman and religious, what it means to be gay and religious, and just about finding your own voice and the power of words, and also how words can be used against you as well. And oh, I just absolutely love this, and if you have not read it, you need to go out and read it now. It was actually the first Elizabeth Azevedo book I've read. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but I 100% want to read as much. I want to read all of her work now if it's going to be as good as this, because this was phenomenal. So yeah, 5-star read. But anyway, now I need to choose my next book, and I said before I've been requesting arcs on NetGalley by only Black authors, so I have actually been accepted for 2. And let's just have a look at which one I'm going to start now. So I've actually got 2 here by Black authors that I've just been accepted for, but I think I'm going to start with this one because it is actually already been published, so I'm a little bit late to the game and I'd like to get it read and reviewed as soon as possible. So it's Tituba. I think most people will be familiar with the name of Tituba if you know anything about Salem witch trials, if you've seen or read The Crucible, which most people do in high school. But yeah, it's like a retelling of the Salem witch trials from the perspective and more focused on Tituba, which kind of gives me Wide Sargasso Sea vibes. Don't know if anyone has read that, but that is basically a retelling of Jane Eyre, but it is about the crazy woman in the attic, as she is known, but it's about her life and how she grows up as a black woman with a white male master and what drives her to mental illness. And it is an incredible book, again one that I would really recommend. I actually wrote about it for my English literature dissertation back in uni. I just thought it was really important because I did love the book Jane Eyre. It is a classic obviously, and it says a lot about gender and class and everything, but one thing it does miss a trick on is race, and I know people say that's because of its time, but it was ahead of its time in gender, so surely it could have been ahead of its time in race as well. But anyway, that's not the point. Yeah, I just thought it was really important that someone spoke about it from that point of view. So yeah, this book is just going to be about Tituba and about her background and how she came to be part of the Salem witch trials. I think it's sort of a retelling in that I think she is the cause of everything that people are seeing as a form of vengeance after things are done to her, I think because of her race. So again, it's going to be a really important read, and I'm really looking forward to read that, and I'll also be getting an in-depth review of that up on my blog once I have read it. So I'm going to start reading that now. If not, I'll take a wee break and maybe read later, but I'm really in a reading mood today, so okay, so I just got done filming my very first sit-down video. I decided to do the booktube newbie tag, even though I've done things kind of in the wrong order. I probably should have done that first, but yeah, I decided to give it a go. And I've discovered this is actually like a really nice area to film sit-down videos because it's nice and colourful and bookish. So yeah, you might be seeing this background a lot more from now on. Anyway, now I think I'm gonna get cozy, and I think I'm gonna pick up Tituba by Dave Tamanini, I believe, on my Kindle and have a little read of that just now.
I never make promises, 'cause I don't keep them. I never make promises, 'cause I don't keep them. 'Cause I don't keep them. 'Cause I don't keep them. 'Cause I don't.
Okay, so it is now Wednesday. It's afternoon now. I've spent most of the morning reading Tituba by Dave Tamanini, and it is so good. I don't think enjoyable is the right word. It's definitely a difficult read, but it's an important one, and it's painting such heartbreaking but raw and true portrayal of slavery. Obviously, I've seen the film for The Crucible, I've read the play, I have seen the play performed, and you never get this side of Tituba and where she comes from and what her involvement is in the Salem witch trials. And obviously this is a retelling and it's not the same, but yeah, I would say it's a really important read. It's really interesting in that it's looking into the mentalities of both white people and black people who are being forced to be slaves in that time period. It's infuriating but interesting to read about how white masters justify their actions, and particularly how they use religion to do it, and how religion can be such a beautiful thing, but it can also be used, it can be exploited, and that's really focused on in the book. And then you've also got this in-depth look at Tituba and everything she's going through, her inner turmoil, how she has to watch her son take beatings and stand idly by and do nothing about it because there is nothing she can do. And it's just that thought of that helplessness, and also the guilt she feels because she stands by and doesn't do anything, but doing anything wouldn't help anyway because it would probably just extend the beating and give her one too. But yeah, it's a really important read, and I want to see where it goes. Now we're seeing Tituba's powers coming about and how she's using those as vengeance, and I'm interested to see where that goes, and again how that continues to look at her mental state and how she feels about everything she's doing and everything that's going on. So yeah, 50% of the way through so far, hopefully finish that within the next couple of days. But yeah, I think I'll just wrap up the vlog here. Hopefully that means that I can get it edited and get it put up tonight. And then I've also got my booktube newbie tag already edited and scheduled to go live on Saturday. So yeah, watch out for that. can get to know me a little bit better. But yeah, I'll just leave it there. Don't know if I'm gonna go straight into another reading vlog, or I'm going to give it a few days, do weekly one, weekend one, 24 hour, who knows. We'll just see where the mood takes me. But yeah, please do give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and comment down below for anything, any thoughts or feelings, and I will see you in the next one.